has Thai Airways cracked the code full moon party in Koh Pha Ngan this year for Songkran? And we've got stories regarding elephants. That's coming up on today's Good Morning Thailand. Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. It's Wednesday morning. The show's brought to you by Coffee Culture and My Beach Resort, as well as presented by Tim Newton and Jay.
Hi. Thank you very much for having me along. And you've really gone out today with your attire. Your shirt's, your shirt's not even sitting properly. The neck's sort of...
The neck's what?
Anyway. It's your problem.
Yeah.
Your t-shirt's all over the place.
It's not. Leave me alone.
Your neck is sagging.
Okay.
The t-shirt neck is sagging. You're on a bit of a fitness kick. Do you want to tell us the pain that you're in this morning?
Yes. We'll talk about that in a bit later.
Okay.
After the break. I'll write it in my...
He's really hurting, folks.
Yes. I'll write it in my notes.
We've also got Carmel here and Norm.
Yes.
That pretty much makes up the entire team, putting this 45 minutes of rubbish on every morning.
Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, you can skip to the part where we talk about the news that you want to hear about, because we've got timestamps on the video after the live show. Let's get on with the show. Our first topic today is, of course, regarding Songkran. Now, the CCSA finally met with the BMA yesterday.
Who's the BMA?
Which is the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration.
Yes.
And... they've decided there's going to be no powder smearing, no foam parties during Songkran, and basically no water splashing as well.
Well, no, I think they... Sorry if I'm wrong. I think they're going to allow water splashing, but with a whole list of restrictions.
Well, they've said that the meeting resolved to allow traditional water sprinkling. So the one that you sprinkle the water to your elders to make merit and, pay respects. But... so far, they've said that no alcohol consumption will be allowed.
Right.
Water splashing, powder smearing, foam parties are prohibited in roads and other public areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
you could do it in private, in your home, I guess.
Or in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Or off the road on the footpath, apparently.
Yeah.
I think people are going to find ways to do a bit of water splashing. I think the funny thing is going to be that people are going to be wearing face masks while doing this, and that's going to be,
yes,
it's a bit like waterboarding.
That's right. Activities such as pouring water on the hands of the elderly to show respect and ask their blessings is okay. But of course, face mask is something that you should be wearing even if you're paying respects to the elders.
So there's going to be these overseas backpackers.
Yeah.
Could be Russian and Ukrainian backpackers that are stuck here because they can't get back home. Mm-hmm. Just going up to old people and saying, would you mind if I gently pour some water over you?
No, it's normally the Thai locals who would do that to their, grandparents or their parents.
So can the tourists do it to old people? Can the tourists pour water over old people?
They could. They could, but they'd have to go into someone else's private moment, like in their house or at a temple, and be like, excuse me, can I ask for your blessing? It's like, why would you want to go to someone else's parents to ask for blessings?
So would anything to throw water or pour it gently?
Yes.
I think the whole thing's a bit of a sham, and they should either say celebration or no celebrations.
Yeah. Oh, get this, Tim. This is very important. Population density in these venues. So certain venues are allowed to have these events, like water sprinkling. It's limited to one person per 4 square meters. It's very specific.
So, okay, who's going to be walking around with a tape measure? I understand that they're allowing these activities at Central World and in Khao San Road, and we'll get to the other big one in just a moment.
So the entire family leaves the house in face masks. They do all the traditional activities in the open at Central World, and they go back home and remove the masks?
Yes, and they've got to be only one person per 4 square metres.
And then they're safe.
Yeah, the whole thing's got...
Say no to Songkran.
It's damp to say the least. Carmel.
What is the penalty for water splashing? Green Army is asking.
They have not said that. They have not come and said anything about the penalties, consequences. Is it illegal? Are they going to do a crackdown?
And if they do, people are going to get their phones out and go, okay, officer, you arrest me and I'm going to post this on Facebook and you're going to look really silly. I think look, there's going to be obviously a bit of common sense and discretion involved here. And as you mentioned yesterday, it's not a time of the year when a lot of tourists come to Thailand. It is a traditional Thai thing. But of course, if the tourists are here and it's a hot time of the year and they have the water splashing as per usual, then the foreigners join in. But I'm not sure if they're going to be coming to, sit down and try and wade through a list of restrictions and work out what they should and shouldn't do. It's just not going to be an enjoyable event for foreigners. And I think 99% of any Songkran activities are going to be sort of out of the city and by locals, not by tourists. And if the tourists want to get involved, they're just going to have to, as I suggested yesterday, see what the locals are doing, take their lead, because all these rules and restrictions and cans and can-nots are just very confusing.
I'm sorry to address this, Tim, but Travelin' Bob asked, can we, because of the traditions of Songkran, can we splash Tim because he's old?
Can we water
Because the
splash
traditions
him?
is to...
Because I'm
No,
old.
the tradition is not to grab a bucket of water and splash him. It's like little sprinkles. It's like you get think of like a small teacup and then you get water and just sprinkle it. It's like a traditional event.
Bob's talking about a larger teacup and actually emptying it over my head.
Oh, is that possible? Yes.
Because I'm an old person.
Well, yeah, and we're indoors. This
And that
is a
would be
private
showing you
setting.
respect, Bob.
Yeah, this is a private office. It's possible. You've got to make the viewers' wishes come true.
Just don't get it on the mic because it doesn't like water.
But we're not here during Songkran, unfortunately.
That's true. Do you know where we are?
Yes, we are. More news on that after the
Yes,
break.
yes.
Secrets. But continue talking about Songkran. Now, Koh Pha Ngan, where the most famous full moon party originated from, is still on for Songkran. So you can look forward to the full moon party this Songkran.
Well, it actually falls on the Saturday. So you've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are the official holidays for Songkran.
Yes.
And then you've got Saturday and Sunday following. So you've pretty much got a 5-day holiday.
Yeah.
And on the Saturday falls the full moon for the month of April.
So you can be in Koh Pha Ngan, you can enjoy the full moon party, but they have not actually come out and said if water splashing is allowed, but if there's a full moon party with alcohol involved, what's stopping people from getting wet?
Well, alcohol and other things. I can imagine the police walking through the crowd at 3 a.m. on Hadrin Beach as they're just going completely mental and pouring water all over each other and falling in the water and throwing seawater and rushing out with a bucket. They walk around with those buckets of, God knows what's in it, drinking anyway, so they're going to have plenty of buckets.
Yeah.
You tell me they're not going to be throwing water around.
I mean, does Koh Pha Ngan even have enough police force to control such large crowds?
Yeah, apparently they are going to be making sure that people follow COVID restrictions. There was some talk that they may even be asking people to see their vaccination certificates before they get to the beach.
Oh no.
I'm not sure to what Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not sure to what extent you can control who gets onto Hadrin Beach and who doesn't. I mean, is there an entry? I'd imagine the whole beach has got...
They did that in Phuket in Soi Bangla. So before you enter, you just have to basically do a quick check, show your vaccination or something.
There's
and
like 80 different points you can get onto the beach. Do they restrict how you get on the beach? You could swim in from the Gulf of Thailand.
There's always the most popular place.
Gulf
If
of
you
Thailand,
if you
yes.
want to go to the most popular place where the party's really taking place, then
Or you walk on the
maybe
beach
there's a checkpoint.
80 metres down and walk along the beach.
maybe there's a checkpoint. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't...
The-
have you been there?
No, I've never actually been to a full moon party.
I haven't either, but I've seen enough of it, seen enough videos to know that I don't think I'd really enjoy myself.
Yeah. There were rumors during the New Year that there were actually clusters coming from Koh Pha Ngan because of the New Year celebrations. Now, health officials and the public health department from Koh Pha Ngan has come out and said that, hey, there were no clusters, we're good to go, but we'll see. We'll see this Songkran what Koh Pha Ngan gets up to. Carmel's got a comment.
Roy Goad said that Koh Pha Ngan was almost like normal. He was there last week, never saw any police, beautiful island, especially the western side.
Oh, it is certainly a beautiful island. Now, I mean, they used to get up to, I'm fishing out of my memory again, and we know that that can be inaccurate from time to time, up to like 30,000 people they used to get sometimes. But those numbers are way, 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 way down. So they'd be talking in the low thousands, I suppose, for the coming Songkran full moon party. Good luck to the organisers, and good luck to the people, and take your buckets with you.
All right. Last story before the break is regarding Thai Airways. Now, this is an update. Yesterday, we told you the news that you can buy your own Thai Airways aircraft seat, that beautiful, silky economy.
Yellow, blue, and pink.
Yes,
hot pink.
slightly uncomfortable. If you wanted to, if you haven't traveled in a while and you still wanted the airline experience of Thai Airways in particular, you could buy
Your
the
own
seat.
aircraft
Yeah.
seat.
Well, and we laughed about it a little bit. We joked about it. But guess what, Tim? The joke's on us because Thai Airways has sold their Airbus seats and made 1 million baht in under 1 minute.
Wow, they've sold 1 million baht of aircraft seats. That'll go a long way
In
to...
under 1 minute.
Okay, well,
They
so
went
they
on
were very
sale on
popular.
Facebook Live and just went, boom.
I think the situation is... Natty was watching the auction. That, as you mentioned yesterday, there are going to be people who might want them for their cafes, sort of set them up as possible Instagram photo areas. There was a bit of interest from that point of view. As far as Thai Airways using this as a way to pay off their debt, they sold seats valued at 1 million baht.
Yes, so it was 35,000 baht a pair, and they were sold out in less than a minute. The sale raked in a total of 1,050,000 baht in total.
Now, they only owe 28 billion baht, I understand. So I'm just thinking how many aircraft they're going to have to rip the seats out of and have an auction.
About
28 billion.
28,000 plus.
Oh, I think we're talking a lot. They're going to have to probably...
28,000 million plus.
They're going to have to rape a lot of planes and pull the seats out of them and flog them.
It's possible.
To pay off their debt. I'm not sure if this is really... they said they were using it to pay off some of their debt. Mind you, there are people out there who would like to suggest that Thai Airways use that 1 million baht of sales to refund the tickets that they weren't refunded. After the airline was grounded in 2020, Thai Airways has, as far as I know, not refunded a single ticket. So this is a mess that Thai Airways, and of course they can hide behind their restructuring and their current situation and the pandemic, the force majeure. But no, I don't think the 1 million baht seats is going to do anything other than a bit of good PR for them. Good luck to them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about the International Book Fair in Bangkok, Thai elephants, as well as tourists all are searching for Thailand. Thailand being the #1 search destination in the world after the reopening.
Well, according
Since the
to
reopening.
somebody.
According to somebody. Find out who after the break. And welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Good Morning Thailand with Tim and Jay.
And you.
And you. And I feel woken up today because I was very tired. But I'm awake due to the coffee from Coffee Culture.
Okay, well, it's
Because-
doing its job.
Yeah, they provide the best roast coffee and coffee capsules all across from Thailand. So you can buy that too at coffeeculture.asia, as well as visit My Beach Resort. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing an outside broadcast in Phuket on the 11th and 12th, which is the Monday and Tuesday.
2 days before Songkran.
That's right, at My Beach Resort
Okay, I'm going to have
in
a look
Panwa, Phuket.
at My Beach. I'm checking out this place because if I'm going to be there,
Yeah.
it better be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can now book your stay
Let's
in
have a look
this
at some of the
fancy, amazing hotel, which is also in the Michelin Guide for hotels, and you can get a 10% discount
There is Michelin
top.
Guide.
if you type in the code Thaiger. So visit My Beach Resort.
Been
Link in the
Michelin
description
Guide
below.
from 2014 to 2020.
That's right. Yeah.
It is a very nice location.
It's gorgeous.
I think I'd enjoy going there. Where are we going to be sitting?
Where are we going to be
Can
sitting?
I sit there?
I mean, you could. Yeah.
That looks pretty nice.
We're
Well,
going to
that's
find the best spot.
That's at sunset, though, I think.
Yeah.
That's really nice. My Beach Resort in Phuket. If you haven't booked a holiday to Phuket, you may want to consider My Beach Resort when you do.
Okay. Quick shout out to Petaluma Brad for being a Thaiger member. We appreciate you, appreciate the support.
Thank you.
It's now time for 2 Minutes Thailand, Tim.
Where are we off to today?
Yawarat.
Ah, a bit of Chinatown.
That's right, ladies and
Let's
gentlemen.
go.
Now, Chinatown might be
Yeah.
Chinatown. Chinatown might be new for some people. If you haven't visited Chinatown in Thailand, you should because it's quite special. Here's Nan telling you a little bit more.
There are many Chinatowns across the globe in different countries, and in Thailand it is located in Bangkok. Today I will explain to you about Yaowarat. Yaowarat or Chinatown is full of the Chinese community, which is also a business district for finance, banking, gold shops, restaurants, shops, and more. Since the beginning of town at night, Yaowarat Road will transform into one of the longest food streets in Thailand, which became popular for Thai people and foreign visitors. 170 years ago, in 1852, Chinatown, which was called the Land of Dragons, originated from Chinese immigrants that moved to Thailand. The Chinese lived in the east of the Chao Phraya River or Thonburi. It became a large Chinese community until King Rama I established Ratanakosin as the capital city and wanted to build a palace in that area. This community had to move to the south of Bangkok, which was called Sampeng. In 1892, during the reign of Rama V, the new road named Yaowarat was built. Then people start calling this big Chinese community as Yaowarat due to the name of the road. This community of people became one of the Thais, as the newer generations who were born in Thailand have Thai nationality instead of Chinese. They still carry on the culture. The Yaowarat shop's goods include clothes, gold, medicine, etc. There are still mostly imports from China, including the food they sell, which is a huge variety of food such as shark fin, bird's nest soup, Chinese-style noodles, roasting chestnuts. You can find this in luxury restaurants or simple street food carts. There is amazing food throughout Yaowarat Road, so do not miss visiting Yaowarat next time you are in Thailand.
Welcome back.
Nice.
You might have visited Chinatown in your own country, but it's nothing like the one here. It's quite a big deal in Yaowarat. Some people like to go there for shopping.
Yeah.
Shopping for certain
it's
goods.
Not just certain goods.
Yeah.
Is that a euphemism for something? No, just certain goods. There's Yaowarat Road, and then there's all the sort of other. Did I say it wrong?
No.
And then there's all the other roads around it, which you can do sort of quite a lot of shopping and buy lanterns and stuff like that. It's a really interesting little sort of section of Bangkok.
It is. It's a cool place.
Yes.
Check it out next time you're here.
And very popular for people buying and selling gold.
Yes.
It's got a lot of gold selling places there.
All right. Fitness.
Oh, yeah, you're going.
So Tim mentioned I've been in a lot of pain. Oh,
Is that
what
you?
wire? Oh, je apologize. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a lot of pain today, so I can't move too much because I've recently started CrossFitness.
Mm-hmm. How's that going, Jay?
Painful.
Mm-hmm.
I've put my body on the line
So,
for the views, for the viewers, for the team.
yeah,
For the team, Tim, for the team.
I don't think that's the reason, but anyway. So you're going, 4 nights a week?
Yes.
Okay. And have you modified your diet at all?
Yes.
Because you didn't mind the odd snack.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a notorious snacker. But yes, I'm trying to make a lifestyle change. We're gonna make a video about it. We're gonna actually, the first day I went with Jason. We got a lot of footage. I forced Natty to go with me, and then CrossFit is quite intense, and it's not for everyone. But I've decided to continue because I've made a commitment, and we're going to film the process and how we'll do it for the first month, and then take it from there.
Do we get the before and after photo? So that you standing there in your underpants,
nobody wants to see that,
with a wobbly body, and then looking like
I look like the Michelin model, Michelin tire. but
so what's your goal? You how many kilos are you trying to lose, or do you just want to get fitter?
Well, yeah, it's all of the above.
Okay.
I'm just trying my best to see just measure the progress after a month, and then I'll set myself goals. I think I've just had a bad habit of living a bad lifestyle in terms of healthy eating and no fitness.
I do with about 10 kilos off as well.
Yeah, I'm just doing a warm up. This first month is me setting new lifestyle goals and then taking it from there. Carmel's got a comment.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Spicy Road said before and after shots. Will you be providing that?
Yeah, we want before and after shots.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see that.
Well, we want to see the
course.
after. We don't care so much.
Guess
about
what?
the before.
You'll be able to tell from an episode from a month ago to now.
Well, that's a good point.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to share too much about this project as well. It's because this is something that I have been working on for a while, and we will be producing.
You've been working on this for a while.
Yeah.
For about 2 years.
Not on purpose, but yeah. It's going to be a whole video of the progress and trying to, create a health and fitness video to inspire or if I can do it, anyone can do it, kind of thing. And there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of pain, but if it inspires even anyone to live a healthier life or improve their health, then it's all going to be worth it. So stay tuned for that.
You're such a role model, Jay.
Oh, stop it. There's going to be a small mini documentary thingy series.
It'll be a Netflix miniseries.
No, it's going to come out on Bounce, even better. Bounce, our second channel with fun and entertainment. So Natty's got a series going on. I hopefully will have a series going on. And we've got Nan, who made a video yesterday as well.
About?
It's a secret.
Oh.
But it's got noodles and ramen involved.
So it's nothing to do with you
Yeah,
getting
that's
fit.
the unhealthy part.
Oh, okay,
Nan's already quite fit. She doesn't need any more health and fitness. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Coming out hopefully in a month on Bounce.
I'm going to lose 10 kilos just by doing a little bit more exercise and eating a little bit less every day. So I'm looking at doing it over a year, not in a short period.
Well, yeah, sure.
I spent...
No, I mean, it's going to take me like 6 to 8 months to reach my goals.
I spent
This is just the start.
30 to 35 years of my life at 70 kilos. And then I've just ballooned over the past couple of years. It's all this just on the
That's
computer.
okay. It's just making a decision and just being 1% better every day.
Yes, and the pandemic hasn't helped. I think a lot of people have stacked
yep.
on the weight with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Food panda, can't go outside, don't want to go outside, bingo.
So yeah, stay tuned for that documentary. All right, let's move on and now talk about bookworms. Do you like reading books, Tim?
I love reading books. I tend, over the past couple of decades, however, I have a list of books I'm always saying I'm going to read. And I do actually go and try and get the original book. I don't really like reading books online. I like the actual process of turning the
physical
pages.
book.
Like a real book. And I like to
Dropping
put it in
some coffee on it.
Oh, God. Sure.
Passing it along.
But I usually tend to read the book in bed, and I usually get about halfway down one page and I'm dribbling. And then, I'm found 3 hours later with the book open at page 1. And I never really get past page 1.
Yeah.
So I've got all these books that I've half read page 1.
I had a friend who reads a book just to go to sleep.
And that's sort
If
of...
it works, it works.
It's what I've ended up doing.
But
so
hey,
I do like books.
What are we without books? We wouldn't have been able to achieve all the things we have so far. And if you're into books, and whether it's you like educating yourself or just like enjoy reading, the 20th annual Bangkok International Book Fair is here.
Where is it?
Now, it's going to be held at Bang Sue train station.
The new one.
That's right.
Ooh.
It was initially going to be held at Hua Lamphong, but Bang Sue has a bigger space as well as more facilities, and it's more accessible for people.
It's become the new central railway station for Bangkok, a big, sexy building.
That's right.
And I'd be going there to have a good look at the building, as well as enjoying a few books.
That's right. They're going to be featuring 208 publishers, as well as NFT art.
Okay.
So you can go visit the book fair.
The old world and the new world all in one.
That's right. It's starting from Saturday, March 26th to Wednesday, April the 6th.
Well, that's last Saturday.
April the 6th, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Last
on. It's
Saturday.
on at the moment.
Yes, it's on at the moment.
I might go to Bang Sue today and go and get some shots.
No, you're not. Are you really?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, it's for the viewers.
For the viewers, for
the
you.
people. All
I
right.
just want to go and pervert Bang Sue. It looks like a very sexy building.
Well, this year is also the 125th anniversary of the State Railway of Thailand. So they've organized this special exhibition to accommodate this special occasion that will show the history and journey of Thai Railway over 125 years. I think that's just a nice way of saying we want to promote the new train station.
Yeah, and they're using the books as the thing to get people there. Carmel.
Alex Tai said that he'd prefer audiobooks. Have you both ever tried audiobooks?
Yeah,
Audiobooks is like listening to a podcast, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
I've never attempted, but it's not something that attracts. Like, it's not something that's attractive to me. I'd rather just read a book physically and like dedicate my time. Otherwise, I won't be able to pay attention.
Yes, when somebody's reading you the book, they're sort of throwing their intonation, their narrative at it. What I like about reading a book is throwing myself and my imagination into the words and reading it at my own pace. So when I'm in the car, I tend to listen to, I really only listen to podcasts about contemporary events from contemporary people doing interviews and stuff. I'm not into audio books.
And ABBA.
Don't listen to ABBA in the car.
Sure. Really?
Well, I did listen to their new album, but not in the car.
I don't believe you.
I listened
But you
to
rock to ABBA in the car. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
No, I listened to their new album, the album they released last year. I thought it was very good.
Oh, the one with the CGI. We spoke about it on the show.
Sure, but there was a whole album of music behind all that. Behind all the sizzle, there was sausage.
All right.
Which was a full album.
Talking about sizzle and sausage, let's talk about Thai elephants. Now, since the pandemic, there have been many stories about how the elephants of Thailand have been neglected. What do we do with the elephants? There's no tourism. The tourism operators can't make money. Then there's a whole conversation around, is it humane to have elephants being operated as a form of tourism? Should people be riding elephants? What's the difference between a camp that preserves and protects elephants and a camp that abuses elephants and uses them as a money-making profit machine?
Well, obviously there's quite a lot of difference between those two, but in both cases they're still making money out of elephants.
Save the elephants, Tim. Save the elephants. We must let them run wild in the forests.
So here's my gist about it. I mean, an Asian elephant lives approximately about 48 to 50 years on average, and they consume about 150 kilograms of food every day.
That is a lot of kilograms.
It's a lot of food. And before the pandemic, there was a quite vibrant elephant tourism sector. Now, some of it was of the more don't touch the elephants, you can feed them and you can wade in the water and wash them. There's those new style, sort of new age elephant parks. And then there were still the old ones at the zoo with they do tricks and they paint with a paintbrush, and you could indeed go for a ride on an elephant. Now, just some of the figures from this Nikkei Asia article said that 17% of the tourists that came to Thailand to see elephants intended to go for a ride on an elephant. So there is still a demand of people that want to ride on elephants. Now, there's a bit of a culture war here because there are voices in the West who say this is disgusting, it's shocking, it's immoral, the elephants should have dignity and they should be able to roam free. But there's also the Thai culture that has had elephants as part of its culture for thousands of years, and they used to be sort of the workhorses in the rainforest industry. Now, the rainforest industry was banned back in about the early or mid 80s, and since then, these elephants, who are living for, as I said, up to 50 years, are still walking around, and they're having baby elephants. And the elephants will need a mahout. They'll need somebody looking after them. They do need. They're sort of semi-domesticated, so they need humans to help them. Otherwise, if you leave an elephant to roam around the streets or roam around the forests, it can do quite a lot of damage. So people who say, set the elephants free, we're talking about tens of thousands of elephants, and where are they going to roam free? And they do need a lot of food. So this is actually a very complex, vexed situation. Norm, have you got that photo? This is a photo from Adam Oswell, and it was entitled Elephant in the Room, and it kicked off a lot of the latest discussions about elephants in Thailand. And a lot of people were very critical of this photo, saying it just showed how elephants are, being tortured and they're kept in captivity and for the amusement of people. And certainly you could read a lot of that into the photo. But Adam was saying, the photographer, saying that the elephant was having a fine old time, and elephants love being in the water, and this elephant wasn't really doing it under any particular duress. So this photo has become very famous and sort of the postcard for the movement to try and improve the welfare of elephants in Thailand. But whether you like it or not, whether it suits your perspective on life, the elephants in Thailand are generally quite well looked after. Now, there are some cases of elephants being forced to do things, and there's this whole ceremony that people talk about, but it's not widespread. And I think, again, a lot of people sort of get focused on one small part of what's been happening and sort of blow it out of proportion. But the question is, and we would ask all our viewers out there and the people who are online right now, what do you do with the elephants? What are you going to do with them? You can't just set them free. And 150 kilograms of food a day.
Yeah, who's going to feed them?
How many kilograms of food? You eat quite a few kilograms of food a day.
Sure.
But not 150.
62.
Right.
I share it with the whole team.
Carmel.
The Wu-Tang Life said that I rode on an elephant with no seat right on its neck area, alone at a sanctuary, and took a bath with it. Funnest thing I ever did near Chiang Mai. They are treated very well and cared for there. So I guess there are some sanctuaries that actually do care for the elephants.
Yeah,
well.
and especially in Chiang Mai, some of the sanctuaries, like they do activities such as the elephant wants to go for a bath.
And so they wash the elephant.
They help wash the elephant. They feed them. That's something the elephant would do anyways, as in having a bath.
Let me just say one thing about that.
But are you still exploiting the elephant?
Yes, and that's the thing. These parks are still profiting or trying to make a business out of people's fascination with elephants, albeit probably in a much more Western-centric way. So I get that, and congratulations on all the people that get behind an improved opportunity for the elephants. But if you're going to get into a body of water with an elephant, I just want to remind you that 150 kilograms of food that's going in the front is going to, at some stage, come out the back. Mm-hmm. And if you're in the water, no, not for me. I'll stand with a hose about a metre away, a bit of social distancing, and I'll happily wet the elephant.
They're not necessarily pooping in the water that they're showering in. It's a waterfall. It just,
Yeah, you tell an elephant, now, when you go in the water with the humans, don't you poo at the same time.
Yeah, but they're not asking you to go under the water and bathe yourself in it and put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's just a stream of water.
Good luck.
All right. Our last topic for today is a little conversation that we could have regarding Thailand being the most searched destination since the reopening of countries.
So this is actually quite interesting because all these surveys that come out, I mean, they've all got their biases and things, but this one's from Airbnb.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Agoda.
Agoda.
Yeah. So they're saying that of all the places around the world that people are searching for online, Thailand has been number one.
That's right. And over 500% increase from the start of January to March so far.
This year.
Yeah, so people have really been wanting to search at least about visiting Thailand.
So that hasn't been reflected, I have to say, in the number of people arriving in Thailand every day. Whilst we've still got the Thailand pass, people might be doing all the searching in the world. But as far as actually doing bookings and coming here at the moment, those numbers haven't been reflected.
Yeah.
But tourism right around the world has been hit very, very hard, and there are a lot fewer people travelling generally. But all the people who are saying, oh, I'm off to Cambodia, I'm off to Vietnam, I'm off to the Philippines. Well, apparently, Thailand is still, according to Agoda in the survey, the most searched destination in the world, or in Southeast Asia or Asia.
Top number one spot globally.
Wow.
Yeah, so and the
That's
top three,
surprising, isn't it?
The top 3 incoming travelers are from Japan, United States, and Singapore. And they've Agoda's actually integrated the Thailand Pass application, which helps the whole booking process.
Sure.
And maybe that's why people have been using Agoda.
Did it say what other countries were in the top, say, 5 most searched destinations in the world? If Thailand
yes.
is number 1,
Yes.
what is number 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
and
I
5?
see. No, I'm not sure. Let me check quickly. Give me 10 seconds, quick.
Okay, so
Fill the gap.
I'll just talk. Thank you very much, coffeeculture.asia. Do you have another question there, Carmel, while Jay's looking about the elephants or something? We're going to address that while Jay's getting these very important statistics.
Okay, sure. The previous topic, I have a question from that. Toby Price asked, what's the difference between riding an elephant or riding a horse?
Well, there you go. I think the elephants, they sort of get a bit of special attention because they are so magnificent. They can weigh 5, 6, 7 tons, and they're very gentle at the same time. But of course, when an elephant does something even gently, it can have quite a lot of impact. And that's right. Yeah, people are riding horses, so why can't they ride elephants? And there's a lot of Western thinking is trying to be put onto a very long and deep Thai culture, and it's a very complicated question. It's certainly not black and white, as a lot of people say. Thank you, Toby. How are you going there?
No luck.
Oh, no luck.
No luck.
Okay. Well, Thailand is number 1.
That's
and
all that matters.
The rest of the world is number 2.
I guess. Someone's got to be number 2, but unfortunately nobody cares about second place.
Anyway, interesting to see that Agoda, but then again, we should remind people that Agoda was actually a Thai online travel agent. It was put together by a Phuket person.
Oh, well done.
I don't think he was Australian. Maybe he was. But Agoda was originally developed in Phuket, so it is a Thai travel website. I'm not sure if that skews the statistics at all because it's more popular in Thailand. I don't know. Interesting.
Yep. Let's take a quick break, Tim, and once we come back from the break, we're going to address some of your questions. So if you do have any questions, let Carmel know now so she can filter them out for us. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. It's question time.
Now, can I say about the elephant situation? I mean, my point of view on this is that it's such the elephants. It's so nuanced, and I've studied it from all sorts of angles. I've been to the elephant parks. I've actually ridden on an elephant, I'll admit, around about 8 years ago, but that was in Nepal, not in Thailand. An opportunity I had, and I went, okay. So I've seen the way the elephants are treated, and I've been talking in the past to some mahouts through a translator, and I've actually become quite aware of the nuances and the grey in the whole elephant discussion here. But a lot of people do think that the treatment of elephants in Thailand is immoral. I understand a lot of people think that. But I would certainly invite you to understand a lot about the history of elephants in Thailand, and perhaps even come here and see the way elephants are treated in different parts of the country before making a firm point of view.
So first question, the Donlum asked, will the Thai pass and most restrictions be removed by May 1st, as some are reporting? Do you know?
May 1st.
Well, as far as we know,
That's like
as
the,
of today,
second phase or third phase?
that's the. It's a phase.
A phase.
It's either the second or the third phase, but on the 1st of April, which is this Friday,
Yes.
they are going to. It hasn't been officially stamped by the Royal Gazette, but it will be, and it won't be included in the Thai embassies around the world until after April the 1st. But they're getting rid of the pre-travel test, the requirement for a pre-travel test. On May the 1st, the intention is, at the moment, that they're going to remove the on-arrival PCR test and replace that with an ATK test. That means you won't have to book an SHA Plus hotel. They'll do an ATK test at the airport. You'll wait 10-15 minutes. They'll have the result and you'll be free to go. Unless you test positive, then, well, you know what's going to happen. And that risk will still be there. So, but this is all part of the opening up. The insurance will still be there. That's going to be removed at a later phase. We won't see any significant reduction until July the 1st, as per the current phase rollout. And then we still don't know if they're going to stick around with the Thailand pass, exactly what the situation will be with insurance, but we understand that there won't be any testing, there won't be any insurance, there won't be any pre-booked hotels, there may still be a mask mandate. We don't know at this stage. That's about all we know, and we can only tell you what we know.
Okay, Stefan Stefan commented that the 1 million baht is nothing compared to Thai Airways debt.
No, the 1 million baht is not 28 billion baht. And so, Thai Airways have still got a long, long, long way to go. I know because I arrive at no, I don't. I arrive at Suvarnabhumi. And it's still a car park for Thai Airways planes. So most of their fleet is still sitting firmly on the ground at Suvarnabhumi. I think I counted last time, there's 2 areas where they park the Thai Airways planes. I think I counted about 48 planes. So that's still a lot of their fleet sitting on the ground as they go around ripping the seats out, flogging the seats. Would you, if you had 36,000 spare baht, would you have bought a pair of seats? Would have been fun to have at the entry. At the entry of the...
That's a waste of money. That's what that is.
If we get yellow ones, it might have looked nice at the Thaiger entry.
No, it's absolutely useless. It's just maybe a business isn't the only reason I wouldn't be expect a person to buy those seats.
As I said yesterday, I wouldn't be sitting dead with economy class seats. I'd want at least the business or first. Or the pilot seat, even better. Carmel.
Okay, next question is from Q Hamim. So for Jay, after a month, will you start wearing tight t-shirts and skinny jeans?
I'd probably not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep you updated.
No.
We'll keep you updated.
There was another question though. If you won't show the before and after shots, would you at least report the weight?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of details in the video that we're making. That's the only reason I'm not talking about it. Otherwise, there'd be no point in watching the video. So for anyone interested,
this is the teaser for the video.
If anyone interested, stay tuned, and all your questions will be answered.
Jay's going to be parading around in pink hot pants.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing belly
topless.
dances or what? What?
Okay.
Hot pink pants?
No, hot pink hot pants.
Yeah.
No.
The lycra.
I don't know.
the
Yeah,
lycra
it's going to be Phuket. I'm going to start
Spandex.
getting big muscles and wear tank T-tops that say "Suns out, guns out."
You did the story last weekend about the bodybuilding competitions.
Yeah, I did.
I could see you with a future with fake tan and pretty much fake muscles.
It'll take me about 5 years to get there.
That was Jay's story. Very good story, by the way, an interview about steroid use in Thailand. So those guys walking around with the guns out.
Yeah. And people using roofies to put themselves to sleep.
Now,
excessive steroid usage gives you too much activity, and they can't actually they find it difficult to go to sleep. So they use roofies, which is also known as the date rape drug, to actually put them to sleep.
my question is,
Yeah.
okay, I wanted to know what the drug was. Roofies is flunitrazepam. So, known as Rohypnol, among other names, a benzodiazepine used to treat severe insomnia and assist with anesthesia. Sounds like a pretty potent drug.
Some people use it to, for go to sleep. Some people use it for a high because they can't necessarily drink alcohol, when you're that fit.
Okay, don't use this drug, by the way.
Yeah,
it's
don't do it.
Very, very dangerous unless under a supervision of a doctor or a medical practitioner.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you mentioned roofies, I just wondered actually what the drug's name was. Okay,
All right.
Another one, Carmel.
It's a comment for you, Tim. Pagan Life said, Tim, go home, express your moral superiority in your native country.
Well, it's not moral superiority. I'm just trying to paint a broad picture of the situation. And as I keep on saying, it is not black and white. You may think it's black and white and that in your mind, the elephants should be just left to do whatever they want to do. That's not possible. These elephants need feeding. Who's going to feed them? They need to be restrained in some way because an elephant just marauding around the neighbourhood could actually do quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, and there are activists who spend their lives trying to save the elephants. Everybody else just has an opinion and a comment. It's easy to sit in whatever country you are and be like, oh, that's not right. But if you're not actually doing anything to make a change, perhaps be careful of the strong opinions.
So people being shown around and intentionally talking loud to get on TV. That's okay.
It's difficult working in an office with other people. Sometimes we forget we're looking at the camera, talking to viewers, and we forget that
they get very frustrated because they can't see what we're looking at. Well, I'm going to show you.
There are
what
a
we're
lot of are you going? He's going rogue. Tim Newton's gone rogue, ladies and gentlemen.
Where is he going? What's he going? What's he doing?
Here you go.
Switch to camera.
Oh no.
So there's about, as you can see, about 45 to 50 people, and people often coming on tours. That's Shy, the notorious Shy, always with his phone turned on. The people walking away were...
Head down, Carmel.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh no, yeah, Carmel, we must hide the wheelchair. And there we are, and we're back.
I don't know where, somewhere there.
I don't think we'll use that.
That was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation starring Timothy Newton.
There you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's now a good time to end the show. We hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you have, please click the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, and if you do enjoy watching us, please subscribe to the channel. As for now, I'd like to say thank you, Tim.
Well, can I suggest, is there a lot of activity today? Do we address maybe another two? Can I suggest?
Comment.
Why not?
Okay.
Because, how many people online?
379.
Let's give them what they want. Let's answer a couple more questions.
All right, let's go quick fire. Carmel, let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so you guys were talking about roofies a while ago.
Yeah.
And Ryan Bishop asked, so you can talk about that, but you can't talk about the greens of $500 billion business?
Yes.
So we won't get...
All the green things.
Yeah.
But then
poor old Nettie had to do a story today about the M word, which we can't say on YouTube. What happens is we get demonetized. We can talk about this green, but we can't talk about that green. So it is a bit of a problem for us. So we sort of have to code everything. So
was it okay
YouTube
to talk about? Was it okay to talk about roofies?
I guess we'll find out.
No.
Well, the other video we did actually was flagged, but it was quickly reviewed. It's just that if you say the word, this is why we don't do it. I'm going to explain this to you. If we talk about... No, come on, this is important.
Okay,
you know this. If we talk about the C word, the M word, drugs.
Yeah.
What happens is, normally we upload the video on YouTube. It gets auto-translated so that it can have subtitles for for other countries. And the YouTube algorithm and the system can tell that we have spoken about that topic. Therefore, flags go up because they don't exactly know what we've spoken about. So it needs to be physically reviewed. Someone needs to go and review that video to make sure that we haven't used footage to promote the plant, or we haven't said something controversial or promoted the usage of a banned substance in Thailand. But that takes up to 7 days. So if we upload this video today and it gets reviewed, that means we make no money up until someone's reviewed it. And by the time they review it, the news cycle of this story is gone. Therefore, we've made no money for that video. And unfortunately, we've worked hard and spent 45 minutes to entertain you for no revenue.
But we don't know if the same is going to happen with roofies.
Yes.
So these are not decisions we make. These are decisions that are made by an American company called Google, who own YouTube. Another one, Carmel.
Hans asked, how do you say Happy New Year's in Thai?
Sawadi Pi Mai.
Yes.
So there'll be a lot of Sawadi Pi Mai over the next couple of weeks. I'll remember it once a year.
Yeah.
But you only say it for the Thai New Year. You don't walk around on...
No, you do.
For December the 31st, you'd say...
Yeah.
I say Happy New Year.
Oh, you mean they don't say it in Thai?
No, usually people say Happy New Year to me.
Well, yeah, because you're a white man.
Yes,
what
I
else
am.
are they going to say to you?
Am I? Oh, really?
The Thai people are nice, if they can tell that you're a foreigner, like they try to accommodate you. And I've noticed this more and more now. When I was younger, I would blend in, but now I'm too tall and people can tell I'm a foreigner. They try to accommodate me by trying to speak English, and it's quite nice actually, because most of them they can't, but they still try. And it's nice.
And I do my best when I can in certain situations. Like certainly ordering food, I try, and as often as I can, I order my food in Thai language. It's
and
good
confuse
practice.
them even more.
Yes, and then I never get what I've ordered, but I have tried.
Yeah.
My pet is used quite often when I order Thai food.
Yeah.
Okay, any more? Carmel? One more.
One
Is
more?
one more okay?
Sure.
Your
PG
show.
Santa just pointed out the interview that you had with Forrest. Yeah, he just brought it up to ask people.
Yeah,
if they
you
already
did
watched
an
it.
interview with Forrest recently.
Forrest Lee. He lured me to Dean and DeLuca in Phuket.
That's, of course.
What?
Of course you went to Dean and DeLuca.
Other cafes are available. I said, are you paying? He said, yeah. Okay, I'll come along. And he said, oh, while you're here.
Did you have a meatball sandwich?
No, I had pancakes with fruit and no sugar. And Forrest paid. It's true.
But
but while we were there, he said, let's do an interview. I went, oh, okay.
It was an interesting interview. I watched it actually.
Everyone said they like it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
If you want to find out more information,
If you want to see my legs,
Yeah.
because pretty much that's all you see for the whole interview is mine and Forrest's legs.
But it's basically about how you, your past history and how you ended up starting the Thaiger, and some cool information in there if you're interested to learn more about Tim Newton or the
my
Thaiger.
days as a porn star
Yep.
before I sort of got involved in sort of
That's
legitimate
another
media.
P word that gets us flagged. So this episode
Sorry.
is done. I mean, at this point, we could do whatever we want because it's going to be flagged, and that's okay.
And apparently I'm immoral because I've expressed a point of view about the complications of elephant
Yeah, you need to step down
welfare.
from your high horse, Tim. I mean, you have strong opinions about the elephants in Thailand.
You can't be 173 centimetres tall and have a high horse, let me tell you.
well, you need one.
You have a much higher horse than I do. But
Is
I'm not allowed to...
173 meters considered tall?
No, centimetres.
Yeah. How tall are you? 173
173,
centimeters.
yeah.
Is that considered tall?
In Australia, probably not. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
that's what I thought.
I'm sort of probably below average for the average Australian. And these days, walking around Thailand, I mean, all the 20-year-old kids are 190 or something. What are they eating these days?
I don't know.
Because when I first came to
lived in a
Thailand
world.
20 years ago, they were about this tall, but they're now up here.
I mean,
And that's the girls.
only in Thailand I feel strange when I meet someone taller than me. I'm about, 6'2", 6'3", but
Wide.
yeah. All right. On that note, we're going to end the episode. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the show.
Thank you
Once
very
again,
much.
click the like button, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you. We appreciate the support of all the viewers as well as the Thaiger members. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Carmel.
Thank you.
Very well done today. And of course, Num pressing the buttons. Viewers, have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.